Hello everyone. Today I wanted to react to a certain video about Eggman made by Hexjuice. I'm gonna confess I watched part of this video from while Eggman was reacting to it, but since I feel like the video is way better than I expected it to be, I wanted to give it like a full and proper attention. Plus, there are a few topics that she mentioned that I wanted to like add a little bit of flavor to it. I even have a book here. Sadly, it's in Polish, but while she is talking, I will try to translate the part I wanted to explain a little bit more. So yeah, let's dive into this. Why everyone hates Tectone? Plus, what we can learn from him. Let's go.
Welcome to my lecture. My name is Hex_Juice, the foremost in Tectone D-writing, C-sucking, clout chaser, drama extraordinaire. That's me. I promise you, if you don't like Tectone and you clicked on this video because you just don't like Tectone so much, I swear you're gonna learn something. I swear. I pinky swear it. I swear. And if you do like Tectone, you'll also learn something.
You will not only learn something about Tectone, you will learn something about yourself. Yeah.
We're going to talk about why everybody hates Tectone, in my opinion, to me, for me, therapeutic perspective, drama farming, obviously, causing problems, obviously. And Tectone, if you're watching, you're bald. You're bald. So, obvious reasons why people hate Tectone. Bald, egg, loud, annoying.
Oh, I feel so sick.
Mean, rich, white, obnoxious.
Please don't do this to me. Please.
Last one would be male privilege, pervert. Degen. Yeah, Degen. All right. These are the obvious reasons why everybody hates Tectone. When I first asked him,
I love the part. I want to type this. I want to translate this because I cannot really translate it by myself right away, since there's a lot of many hard words in this one. But I love the fact, like, bald. Well, he have nothing to do with it. I mean, that's not. Maybe this is partially up to him. He cannot choose where he is getting when he's losing his hair, when he is not. Loud. Well, this is how it is. It's mean, right? Or man? Wait, I don't remember.
obnoxious, loud, annoying.
Oh, I feel so sick.
Mean.
Mean. Okay, annoying. Sometimes, yeah. Eggman can be a little bit oppressive, and
Rich.
partially agree.
White.
Rich. Okay, so rich, you motherfucker. Why you are rich? You see, you see that you see this? See this? Go out. Go and live on the street, you fuck. Well, who do you think you are? Because you're rich?
Obnoxious.
My favorite one, white. I love the fact that if you say something about Asian, black people, or like other races, like, I'm sorry, don't cancel me. You'll get shit on because you are racist. If you say something about Polish people, no issue. There's no issue. And like, wait, I'll find it very fast. I'll find it very fast. Give me a second. This is the fucking best example of this. Wait. Mr. Beast, the whitest thing you can do is use the driver at checkout in a grocery store. Divider at checkout at the grocery store. And the blackest one, I'm only allowed to make fun of white people.
Please, please don't do this to me. Please, please, please.
Last one would be male privilege, pervert. Ah, degen. Yeah, degen. All right. These are the obvious reasons why everybody hates Tectone. When I first asked him what he thought, his reaction was, because I'm a white man in gotcha, obviously. I think that's a really fun content creator joking reason to say that. Fuck, we're in ads. God damn it. Anyway, these are easy reasons to hate anyone. Being bald, loud, and mean is an easy thing to point at and say, I don't like him because he seems very rude and gross. Here's my point here. People get really caught up in surface level shit about why people don't like Tectone. There's obviously been a lot of controversy around my mans. We can be real about that. Tectone is a difficult person for a lot of people. If you are somebody who values like kind of peace and sanity and getting along with everybody, you're obviously not gonna
Like this is something I do not really like getting along with everybody. Like, people have to understand that first of all, getting along with everybody is very hard, because first of all, you have to change yourself, at least partially, to get along with everyone. Because there will be someone who is not okay with the way you are. So either you could choose to maybe not bend, but change a little bit so more people are okay with you, or you can just not give a fuck and go and be like okay with however you are, and agree like understand the fact that not everybody will like you. And this takes a lot of fucking courage, because we as a people, we are social animals. We need other people. We like, even if I can say I do not care. I do not really care about what other people will say about me. But if I hear someone like saying those things, maybe I will not like, oh you bitch, and like beat up with them or like whatever, yell at them or something. I will just move on. I will like accept this. Do like, okay, go your way. We don't have to be friends, but it will hurt me. So it really takes a lot of courage to just be okay with the way you are and be. You understand? It's just hard, because we are facing way more criticism, way more issues if you want to be yourself than if you would just bend to and be like others. But do not misjudge this type of behavior for people who are just savage, because there are people who just wakes up and they choose violence, and they will bitch just for the sake of being a bitch, and just for the sake of making other people's life more miserable. And those people are fucked up. So like, do not misjudge this. Moving on.
I don't like Tectone.
Where's the lie?
Oh, ugly. You're right. We forgot ugly, guys. We forgot.
But why? He's cute in his own way.
Ugly. There's a lot of
On about bald, I do think Eggman looks better without her, but that's my
very
take.
easy surface reasons to dislike Tectone, but I want to talk about something in particular that I think is a base reason. There is a certain quality that Tectone has where
Okay, like I'm gonna let her speak. Like I'm listening to her, but I just want to translate the
people
page.
don't really have to know him. People don't really have to experience him at all. They will just hate him. Like, Tectone has this energy that just kind of pisses people off. Does anybody kind of get that? Because I definitely do. As a fan and like somebody who likes Tectone, I see that. I think there's something
Okay,
about
I'm not
Tectone,
reading. I'm not.
and
I'm not
I see this
translating
even as
this.
somebody who does like his energy,
We'll do that all.
where something about Tectone makes people froth. Because I will say,
Froth.
as a content creator that is associated with Tectone now, that people will literally click on a
Oh yeah, she is. Like, I think Eggman actually reacted to her videos. She got a lot of traction from this. But well, I will say this: after like listening to at least half of this video, maybe like more or less half of this video, she deserved this. She deserved this, especially with this video. Go and sub to her.
video because his face is in it, won't watch the video, and just shit on him. Just shit on him, shit on me for liking him,
my
shit
God,
on me
Tectone
for
killed my
agreeing with
cat.
him. Won't even know what the video was. People literally like have this sort of unhinged reaction to how much they hate him, because I've said this before, but there's a certain amount of me that did not want to believe when Tectone would talk about how people dislike him. Like how awful people are, like how crazy people are.
People are fucked up. And like, let's be honest. Like, you may have one or other issue with him. Like, he did this, he did that, but like, let's be honest. Just a lot of those people are just looking for an excuse.
Are about disliking him. There's a part of me that genuinely, in my heart, I wanted to believe that that was not true. I get comments about Tectone regularly saying things like they can't wait for the day that Tectone is found out to have CP, being racist, or
And like, this
grooming a
is something I had no idea. What is CP? I actually googled it before, and that's cerebral palsy, a group of disorders that affect a person's ability to move and maintain balance and posture. CP is the most common motor disability in childhood. Like, like, if you don't like someone, you can like, you can say, I don't like you. I think you don't deserve this. You don't deserve that. Like, whatever. But don't wish other people things like this. Like, how immature you have to be. Like, no matter how much you hate someone, like, it's important to be better.
minor, so that they can come back to my videos defending him and shove it in my face what a weird creep he is. Like that's the level to which people hate him. What that means to me is I don't have a good reason that I can point to for why I hate this person so much, but I need something as severe as having child victims to justify the level of hatred I have for this person, because I don't have a good reason to put in this comment. So I hope that there is actual like child victims so I can justify how much.
Like, imagine wishing for someone life to be completely fucked by a very traumatic experience, just so you can see person you dislike for one reason or another suffer. Like, I can understand, like, if I don't know, if someone broke into your house, beat you, or I don't know, kill someone from your family, I can understand the hatred because you were actively, personally affected by those actions. I can understand your hate, and like, in this type of situation, it's understandable. Like, we are humans, we have a lot of emotion, and you need a shit ton of mental strength to be like not okay, because being okay with this type of behavior is not good, and this type of action this is not good. This is unhealthy. You have to realize what happened. You have to express yourself that you feel bad, but it still takes a lot of strength to not go further and continue this cycle. And for people to literally go around and hoping for bad shit to happen just just so they can hate on a person. This
much I
immature.
hate this person. That's a weird, unhinged, worrisome reaction to just about anything. People literally will say the craziest stuff about him forever. And there's a lot of people who are disliked, a lot of content creators who are disliked, but that don't seem to have the same level of vitriol for the things that Tectone has actually done. I've always found like the level of like what he did and the level of hate to be kind of like the scale is weird. And so what I want to talk about is like I think that there's something that gets under gets under people's skin about Tectone. That is not just that he is loud and ugly and bald and obnoxious and mean, okay? Because he is all of those things. He most certainly is. He most
Don't call him ugly.
certainly is. But there's something that I think
She is like she is using the moment to make her own shot.
it is the thing that gets under people's skin about Tectone very often.
But I do think that she is just laughing at it, and this is not meant with any ill intent.
And B, I also think it's the thing that makes him resilient to the level of hatred that he gets. And that's the thing that I want to talk about today because I think it is something that will help you be more resilient as well. So I want to talk about this concept called validation. So validation is a concept that I think is misused. The proper therapeutic way that validation is considered in therapy is that when somebody says your feelings are valid, what they're saying is you have a right to feel how you feel. Because in life, sometimes your feelings are informed by things that are not currently happening. Sometimes the level of emotion that you have about something or the way that your brain is taking a certain thing that is said or done is based more so in something that happened to you before or a feeling that you've had before or your own insecurity. Okay, I'm going to use envy as an example.
There are also things that like there's many situations where you feel certain emotions without even understanding why you feel like this. This is like a splitting for this topic for a second. There is a thing called cuteness aggression. And if you ever saw like a small animal, like a small cat, doggy, like you want to hold this dog, you want to squeeze him, you want to like feel him a little bit. But if there is like a too many impulses, like if you see too many like cute cats and like this cuteness is overloading, because your brain cannot properly analyze all of those inputs, it will try to vent out by countering with negative emotion. And that's why if you see something very cute, sometimes like you feel, oh, this cat is so cute, I want to squeeze it. Like you don't want to hurt this cat. You don't want to like you don't to like you don't see this cat in pain. Your brain is just acting like this, so you can balance all of the impulses that are right like from nowhere in your in your body, in your brain. So yeah, that's I think that's complete out of the topic, but let's go back.
Mostly because it's a good example and you guys are relatively familiar with that whole thing. So I think that Envy's negative feeling about being called a mint picker is valid because he has the right to feel how he feels. His feelings are his own. He deserves to be hurt by things that he finds hurtful, even if we think it's silly. Just because something is valid doesn't make it true. Valid does not mean correct or true. Valid just simply means that you're allowed to feel how you feel. That's it. However, that does not mean that having the level of hurt by being called a name like mint picker is correct or right, and having a panic attack about it is correct or right. The point of validity is that life is not about being right all the time, guys. And if I say to you that your feelings are wrong, even if you have a lot of reasons to be feeling that feeling, you're gonna feel like shit. But if I say, I understand why you feel that way, let's figure out what that is, that's way more validating. So if I went
And this is hard. And this is hard because this type of behavior will only like be present if you are like an adult person mentally and emotionally, if you're mature, because you understand how the other person will feel. Like she said, this can be hilarious. Like let's be honest, like who the fuck cries after being called a mint picker? Like there's definitely, if something like this makes you feel like shit, makes you feel miserable, there's definitely something bigger going on behind the scene, and like let's say this is a bigger problem, and here's like a mint pick thing. It's like just a big balloon and mint pick. What the thing about like something sharp, and you just like mint pick, and you are making this big balloon like leak more. But like, is the mint picking problem? No, it's not, because this is the problem. Mint picking is just striking this problem. So this is stupid what I want to say. Like this makes no sense. But
to Tectone and I said, hey, it hurt my feelings when you said that I was a drama farmer because of this reason. And he said, oh man, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings on that. I was joking. It was not my intention. What can I say instead, or what can we do in the future? That's way better than if I said, hey, Tectone, it hurt my feelings when you called me a drama farmer. And then he said, okay, well, I didn't mean to fucking offend you. Seems like you are a little bit too sensitive.
This sounds a little bit like Eggman. Like, this sounds a little bit like a Tectone. Like, do I think Eggman is like a complete dick? No, but he's very straight with his thoughts. So he is not gonna like dance around you. Oh, what's going like? What's up, bitch? You don't like this? Okay, sorry I fucking hurt you.
Sensitive. Maybe you should get over it. As a friend, if we're talking about a friend or somebody you're close to, right? That's not gonna feel very good. Invalidating feelings and shifting blame is bad. If you do not have self-assuredness, self-love, self-respect, if you can't validate yourself, it is going to be extremely difficult to love another person in a way that is going to make you or them feel loved. And I'm not saying...
Yeah, if you cannot love yourself, how the fuck you're supposed to love other people?
You can't, but it is going to be significantly harder, and you're going to have a lot of fuck-ups. And I'm saying this from experience, okay? The reality about validation, if you don't have it, is that you are a leaky bucket. You have a leaky bucket of validation, and if you can't fill your own leaky bucket holes, you're just gonna be spilling out all over the place. How are you gonna fill that self-validation bucket? Is you're probably going to require other people to validate you all the time. You're going to ask more from people than they can possibly give you. Everybody's gonna have to give you that validation, and it's gonna...
And this is not good, because what will happen when there is no one else beside you? You will just stop existing. Like, if your value is what other people says is, you are fucking over. Because right now you are allowing yourself to be a clean sheet, and like everyone, like, okay, he is this, he is that, he is this, he is that. If there is no one who can give you he is this, you are blank. You are nothing. You are an adult person. I mean, like, like, okay, let's say you are an adult person. You need to work on yourself because no one is gonna do it for you. Because you have to understand, everyone have their own fucking problems. There's a very small amount of people that do not have problems. Everyone fucking have it. This person is bad at this. This person is bad at that. This person lost their cat. This person lost their mom. Everyone have something going for them. Everyone have their own issues. You cannot just go out and like, yo, what's up? But you know, I'm very sad. Like, yes, sure, go be fucking sad. Like I also said, like imagine you want someone to like tell you like you are good and you are bad, and that person is actually feeling worse than you are. What do you do? Will you do the same for them? No, because this is about you. You don't give a fuck about them. This is about you, and this is the problem. People need to realize that they are not alone. They are not like the singular shining star on the night sky that is like special. You are not fucking special. Everyone have the problem. Everyone have their own thoughts, and everyone need someone. But those people cannot be the reason why you are like you are. This also doesn't make sense.
It's gonna be a really, really tough thing for you and that other person, because if you're constantly requiring validation from other people to feel valid and you don't have your own source of validation, if you need everybody else to validate you, but your holes are still leaking, it's not like those things aren't gushing too. It's not actually helping. It's a facsimile of actually filling the bucket. Because no matter what you do, until you can fix your bucket and you can fill your own bucket, the validation of other people isn't going to matter, because it's just going to come right out that fucking bucket.
Yep.
It's just going to come out of those holes. But my point is, most people realistically walk around with a leaky bucket. People who are hateful online, people who harass people online, people who
they have their
are
own
constantly
issues.
fighting other people probably don't have a very reinforced self-validation bucket. And so they're
like, this is usually people like those are people who needs attention, or like some like they either need to repair their ego or they need attention.
taking shots at other people, trying to validate themselves. That's why people say like bullies only bully you because they're self-conscious. That's a validation thing as well. Bullies only bully because they can't fill your bucket. You're gonna do anything you can. You're gonna hurt other people. You're gonna take from people that you like. You're gonna take from people you don't like. You're always gonna be seeking this, because self-validation is like the very basis of liking yourself. The reality is that people have a parasocial relationship with Tectone, even if it's negative. Parasocial relationships are not necessarily positive feelings. I think self-validation is like one of the core things that will get you out of addiction. It will get you out of the drama triangle cycle. It'll get you into having a happier life. If you can just validate your own feelings.
Came for some gameplay, got an anime girl teaching me how to love myself. I'm gonna come here more often.
Then
True.
anybody else validating you is just extra. If you already believe in yourself and you believe in your words and you believe in your intentions and you know who the fuck you are, you don't need anybody else to tell you that, but it is nice. But I think the thing that gets on people's nerves about Tectone is that, if nothing else, Tectone validates himself. Tectone does not need anyone to tell him who the fuck he is. Tectone does not need anyone to tell him that he's a good person. Tectone does not need anyone to tell him he's in the right. Tectone does not need your opinion to make him feel better about himself. And if you're a person who walks around who is not able to validate yourself, that's fucking annoying. If you cannot imagine what it is like to be inherently validated, that's gonna kind of be annoying. It's gonna be an annoying constant issue that somebody else is validating themselves, especially when Tectone is loud and bald and white and mean. Narcissists actually are incapable of validating themselves. No validation. They will always try to defend themselves. They will always try to get validation from other people. They will always poll people on whether they're right or they're wrong. They will always need it. You are always going to be desperate for people to believe you. You are always going to be desperate for people to be on your side.
And this is something I wanted to elaborate a little bit on. I have a book made by Dr. Yulia Shaw. Making Evil, I think that's, yeah, Making Evil. Evil, the Science Behind Humanity Dark Side. By the way, if you have nothing to do with your life, that's a very good book. That's a very good book, and it talks about a lot about how people react to certain things, how certain emotions are are combination of other emotions. There's a lot of information about psychopaths, and yeah, like there's also a part about narcissism, and like here we have this one actually I think I have we have in the classification of narcissism, the two types are distinguished. We have grandiose narcissism, and it's either hypersensitive or vulnerable narcissism. And the hypersensitive narcissism is like are usually it's way less popular. Those are people who are very who look like they are very like sure of themselves. They wait, let me be like they are very sure what they want to do. They also they usually want to show off a little bit from here and there. They are also very self-centered. I hope that that's a word. And then we have the hypersensitive or vulnerable narcissism, which is way more often, and this one is way more dangerous because those are usually the people who are very like close, who like to close them are really close. They do not want to open to anybody. They are all like usually very sad, very mad at everything. They are not happy that someone else is happy, and there is a lot of things going on with them, and those negative things they are having, which is like envy, anger, hostility. This usually ending up transforming into aggression, which then they will try to like take upon others. I'm sorry if I'm not speaking the most understandable English. Like this is not this is my secondary language and not my primary language. So I'm kind of I'm even I am lost here. And yeah, they also have. I mean, they are doing this. Like this aggression is there. Like it doesn't have to be physical aggression. It can be verbal aggression. This can be passive aggression. There's also like a semi-passive version of aggression that I'm not really gonna drive into this. But they are doing those things to validate themselves, so they can feel better. Like if they can see someone else feel like shit, they'll do it. And there's also like problem. People think like people choose to be like this. There's a lot of like mental issues that we are born with, that we have no way to like we do not choose to be born with those. Like let's take example like psychopaths do not choose this way. Like they do not choose to be this way. When it comes to psychopaths, like in your brain, I'm not like I don't have like any scan of the brain, and I'm not really sure. But in your brain, there's like a part of your brain is in charge of empathy. For you to feel empathy, you need like this part of brain working. And for psychopaths, it doesn't work. And now we have if I'm not mistaken, there's like something similar with narcissism, but usually narcissism is not like it's not something you are born with. It's something you develop by being neglected by other people, because this is usually what narcissism is: you being neglected, which makes you develop those things. But like in one case you are born with it, in another case you develop it. So you are at the start. You cannot change this, because it either happened when you were very young, or either you like both happened when you were very young. So you cannot change those two things. But right now, it's your fucking job to either go with it or fight it. And like if you are psychopaths, there's a lot of people who are psychopaths that go out and commit crimes because they do not feel any remorse for hurting other people. They just go with it. You cannot like you cannot scare those people like, oh, whoa, you will go to the jail for doing this. Oh, we will beat you up. Like, he doesn't give a fuck because he cannot comprehend this. Like for him, it's natural, because like and he chooses to go with it. But there is also a person. I forgot the name. There's also a person who made a book. This guy wrote a book about himself because he was a doctor, if I'm not mistaken, and he was doing a lot of all of the scan. He was in charge of psychopaths. They were doing all of the brain scans, and one day, like he was a part of society. He was having his job, I think, wife or child related to the family, and he was like doing okay. And one day he found out he actually was a psychopath because of this thing in his brain. But he decided to fight with this. He decided to not go this way. He wrote a book. He started diving more into this, trying to realize what's the reason for his brain to be like this. What's the reason for him to be like this? So like going back, we have this issue. But once again, sadly it happened. We cannot change the past. But right now, it's up to you if you will decide to go back in your fucking crying corner, act like a winny bitch, decide to everyone hates me, and like cry until the rest of your life, or you'll actually try to change it. You'll go to therapy, you'll talk about this, and try to explore that a little bit more. Like, this is your life, and you are the person in charge. You are the one who is choosing to go and fight, or to stay and be defeated. That's up to you. Wait, I meant to myself. I was saying that good
You're
book,
always
read
going
this.
to be desperate for people to like you. You are always going to need other people to make you feel enough because you don't think that you are enough. Tectone has a very specific ability to validate himself. I don't know how the fuck he does that. It seems like it comes naturally to him. That shit is crazy. I wish I had that. I had to learn that. The reality is
He was just raised properly. Because if you are raised properly, if you have people around you that will tell you, you did a good job, you're doing great, you made a mistake, but it's okay to make a mistake, we can make it work next time. If you have people around you, because when you are young, you have like, you are a clean sheet once again, and people around you are shaping you. If you have a good people around you that will make you feel good about yourself, it's like half of the success. The rest is up to you to go and continue their legacy.
Who is validated can feel very similar to somebody who is a dick on purpose, who is a bully on purpose, because they don't need you to make them feel better. People who are validated aren't going to try to take from you. It'll be a neutral exchange most of the time. And I think that Tectone not needing people's approval has a very particular effect of pissing people off. So people pleasers are going to stay in the middle of like liking, right? And people who can validate themselves are going to be on these poles. People will really like you or they'll really fucking hate you for the most part, especially on the internet where you kind of get put into a box. I think that is a huge reason why Tectone gets on fucking people's nerves. Because I talked to him a little bit. He let me ask him a couple questions. And I asked him, why do you actually think people hate you? And he said, I'm loud and bald, which is easy to dunk on. And I look like the guy who bullied all these kids who hate me in high school.
Oh, okay, bitch, I lied.
He also said, because I make controversial content and give out uncomfortable opinions that people aren't ready to hear. And I also don't
the uncomfortable opinion was, if I'm not mistaken, him giving like a proper criticism about the game. Yeah, controversial and uncomfortable. Holy shit, having your own opinion. Imagine that's actually like valid. Like, people have to understand there's a big difference between having a valid, constructed negative feedback and just bitching or being toxic. There's a big difference, and people do not understand it.
give a fuck if people like me or not. And if that doesn't sound like validation to you guys, I don't know what will. Tectone does not need other people to validate him. Tectone does not need other people to think he's a cool guy. He's just himself, and he's okay with having fucked up because people fuck up. Anybody who tries to act like they are perfect are bullshit. I would say that Tectone is a kind person, but not a nice person. At least from my experience of Tectone, who has been very, very, very kind to me on a number of levels. But like, people would rather you be nice.
Like, I also like. I think being nice is not always good, because being kind means you want to do the best thing possible for the other person. And be nice, it just means you'll say only good things. And being nice all the fucking time is a bad thing, because you will lie to people. And being kind also takes a lot of courage, because you will say what you mean without any ill intent, whether it's good or bad. We have to fucking grow up.
People would rather other people think that they are nice and rather control people's opinions of them because it's comfortable and they don't have to deal with like actually being disliked for who they are, over actually being themselves a lot of the time. And I know I'm making a strong sweeping generalization. If the shoe doesn't fit for you, you can just say that the shoe doesn't fit for you, but you don't need to get offensive or defensive about it, because if the shoe doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. That's a yes or no situation. So I guess my whole point of this is that like, if you see Tectone and him being self-assured pisses you off, work on yourself. I understand that
This is a very, very wise quote. If someone pisses you off, work on yourself.
delivery sucks. Tectone's delivery sucks on 99% of the shit he says. Tectone's delivery sucks on fucking literally everything all the time. That's
Because he doesn't give a fuck about how things he said will be delivered or received by other people. He just say what he mean.
that's part of his character. That's part of what he does as a content creator.
Yes.
But if you cannot hear him through that filter of being a dick, and all you can get that is how annoying and gross and like fucking how much he pisses you off, maybe we should like reconvene and do something else. Maybe we can like reconvene and like look at why somebody makes you that angry. Because the level to which people get upset at Tectone is weird. Not that you can't be upset at Tectone, not that you can't like the things that he says, You absolutely can, and you should be critical of
The Tectone.
content creators. You should be critical of everything all the time, not just people, everything, everybody, all the time. Critical thinking is a good thing. However, if Tectone's saying I didn't do anything wrong and you saying that I did when I didn't doesn't fucking mean anything to me, pisses you off, personal problem. You will be a bad friend. You will be a bad partner if you cannot validate yourself. And like, that doesn't mean that people can't love you through that and empathize with you through that problem, because it's usually not your fault that you can't validate yourself. But if you're an adult person, it is your responsibility to fix it.
What I just said before. Thank you. She is very fucking smart.
But anyway, say goodbye to YouTube.
Not smart, knowledgeable. Yes, being smart doesn't mean nothing. She have a lot of knowledge. Yes? Knowledge. Right? Knowledgeable.
I hope that this helped you somehow. I hope you have a lovely night. Like, subscribe, comment.
Wait. Does her bat also speak when
Fix
she's
it.
speaking?
But anyway, say goodbye to YouTube. I
think
hope
every
that this has helped you somehow. I hope you have a lovely night. Like, subscribe, comment, come to the Twitch because you miss a lot of crazy stuff. Have a good one. Be nice to yourself. Love yourself. Validate yourself. If somebody validates themselves, you should look to them to see how they do it. Goodbye. Thank you for taking part in this drama farming video. Goodbye.
Drama farming video. Like, once again, that's a very, very good video. And this video is not about Tectone. It's about people need to understand how other people feel. They need to understand how they are acting, what issues they have with themselves, and how to fix them. Work on yourself, because like I said and like she said that right now, at the very beginning, you had that it wasn't your fault that those things started to go up to the surface and being present in your life. But right now, you're an adult person, and it's your fucking job to take care of those things. Once again, a very good video. Well, if I could like, I would maybe I would go and like from the second account. Yeah. Please just take care of yourself and love yourself and love other people. There's enough of hatred on this world. Have a good day.